I believe at this point it's not a big surprise that games often do create fake players to make the game feel more alive. Because like you have to understand, if you join a game and the game for example has 0 players, like you are the only one inside of that game. When you join the game and you see like no other players, you might be tempted to leave because like what's the point of grinding a game that no one is playing? And so because of that, some of these games might actually attempt to create fake players to trick you into believing that the game is actually being played. But I don't know about you, whenever I'm in such a game, right? And it especially applies if I'm the only one inside of the server, is that I get this really uncanny vibe because like all of these fake players are made to act like an average player. They might even do stuff that, you know, an average player inside of that game would usually do. But they aren't actually real players because like they're just like some system inside of the game that, you know, makes them act like real players. And so like yesterday I got this really funny idea. What if we actually made this into a horror game? I mean, just imagine like a random player joining this game, seeing a bunch of these fake players doing their player-like stuff, like for example, I don't know, chatting inside of player chat or like walking around or whatever, right? You come up to them, you like ask a question, hello, are you real, right? And then like something scary happens. And so like as you can see, I have a bunch of these like fake players. Obviously they're fake because obviously no one like currently is using these skins because obviously currently everyone is just a green bean or whatever. I have an idea that, you know, you see these NPCs are kind of together, right? I believe like these NPCs will just like chat inside of the player chat, right? They will output fake messages inside of the chat. And then we have like these fake players that will just like go around the place, you know, just walk into random positions and do whatever, right? And so like I want to start by making these NPCs actually walk around. So let's actually go and script that. Okay, so it's been a couple of minutes since I actually finished up the script. And as you can see, we have 2 scripts really. The first one is the walking script that basically just makes this group of fake players actually move around. As you can see, it's really simple. All I'm doing is just storing the spawn location and then like making the NPCs move some random distance away from the spawn location. And then we also have the fake chat messages. And as you can see, it has a bunch of these like preset messages. And basically what these 4 fake players do is just like they output a random message from the presets and basically make it appear inside of the player's chat, as well as it makes this like weird chat bubble above their heads. And so like joining a game, you can already see some kind of creepy stuff, right? First off, obviously I'm the only player inside of the game, and yet we see somehow these like chat messages inside of the game that, you know, it's not normal. And if you turn around, you will see a bunch of these like fake players just like walking around, and as you can see, it's also kind of creepy because it's really unorganic, right? They're just like switching their directions instantly. It's really weird. And then we also have these 4 players that are the ones that are actually typing, and it's also, you know, kind of weird, right? They have a conversation, obviously they're just standing around, but you know, it's kind of creepy, but not yet like really scary, you know? It's kind of also like a chill atmosphere to be inside of this place. So let's actually create the scary element. So basically I have the idea that, you know, you as a player, like you see a bunch of these like fake players, you decide to come up to them and ask, for example, a question like, for example, hello everyone, are you alive? And then like they just stop typing, and also all of these players just stop walking, and maybe they all start like looking into your direction to make it really scary. And you know, some time passes and maybe they like start chasing you or whatever. And also like one funny effect that I just saw on YouTube is basically you can go into color correction and use this like really weird bug. So basically if we change the tint color to like red, as you can see, usually saturation is limited to -1 and 1. But we can actually change it to even bigger numbers by simply typing, for example, 10K. And as you can see, it gives like this really, you know, trippy, interesting effect, right? So I want to also use this inside of this game. So let me actually script the horror elements and I will show you the results. So we are back inside of the game and I actually finished developing the game. As you can see, nothing really changed, right? We still have the same fake messages. I'm still the only player inside of the server, so the messages are definitely fake, as you can see. And if you come up to these like 4 interesting players that are actually typing, because I finished the game, and we actually like type, for example, hello. And that's basically it. I hope you really enjoyed just me making some random horror game out of these fake players, random idea that I got just yesterday, and maybe it actually taught you something about Roblox Studio. I will say that all of the game links are in the description. Also, I will leave the Roblox Studio file in the description. You can simply edit the game. Also, I want to say a huge thank you for actually the last video. We got like 100 views in a long form video, even though before I got maximum like 30 views. It's actually insane for me. So huge thank you for actually motivating me to actually continue doing this YouTube stuff. I know that, I might not be the most frequent uploader, but I'm currently really trying to improve the content quality that I create so that every next video actually gets better. But anyways, like if you actually enjoyed watching this video, then like and subscribe and good luck scripting.